Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for another episode of our Manchester City career mode here in Season 4. And today's episode, 4 games straight off. Everton at home in the Carabao Cup. We've got Manchester United Derby Day a few days after that in the Premier League. Then it is Liverpool at home in the Premier League. And then away to Wolverhampton Wanderers as we get into, of course, January. The January transfer window will be open then. The opportunity to sign players if we need to do so, which I don't think we do. We've got a ridiculously good squad, and today against Everton we are going to put out a sort of rotated side in these quarter-finals. So this is the side I'm going to go with against Everton today. Due to the midfield situation, I've decided to switch up a little bit and go with less midfielders, so to say, and more defenders really, because Taylor Howard-Bellis is going to come in, and I want him in a back 3. He's got 80 pace actually, I've just realised. Taylor Howard-Bellis got 80 pace. Impressive, but I want him in a back 3 alongside someone else because I don't quite trust him on his own. So Bazunu starts in goal. We've got Howard-Bellis, Jimenez and Lacroix in the back 3. And midfield then of Phil Foden on the left hand side. Rodri Parisis makes his first ever start for Manchester City. He's 17 years of age, 68 rated. I mean, his stats are pretty good. Good pace. Reasonable pace anyway, but he's a very good dribbler, and I think he's a pretty decent passer as well. And to me, he's the second coming of Marco Verratti in my eyes. That's the sort of player he looks like. 17 years of age, 5'6", small, mobile, aggressive midfielder. Cole Palmer starts in the hole, and Max Aarons as a right wing back, and then it's Gabriel Jesus and Dusan Vlahovic partnered up top today. I think this side should be strong enough to win. On the bench, Alexander Isak, Raheem Sterling, the return of Kevin De Bruyne, who will try to get back in playing football if we can just a few minutes today if we can do. We've got to get him back in there slowly. Jack Grealish, Pau Torres, Josh Wilson-Esbrand and James Trafford. Now I know De Bruyne will be minding me at some point in the emails. I want to play more, I want to start games, but we did that last time and he got injured straight away. I don't want to risk him straight away this time. So it's Carabao Cup quarter-final action today. Manchester City versus Everton, a side that we've already beaten this season. Was it 7-2? Not too long ago. I think in the previous episode it was 7-2, wasn't it? And we got a hat-trick with Dusan Vlahovic, and we got a hat-trick with Alexander Isak. So there you can see the other fixtures. Sheffield, Spurs, I'm not sure, Accrington Stanley, Leicester City was one of them as well. I think Arsenal still in there. So Manchester City versus Everton. Good team, but one that we think we can beat and go to the semi-final with. And we've put out a side that's a bit rotated, but so have they. And a debut in our midfield of a youngster, Tiziano Parisis, the Italian, 17 years of age, dubbed the next Marco Verratti by myself. Now the substitutes there, you can see Klose on the bench, Seema, Konate, Gomez and Sims. So it's Merah starts in goal, Jorge Sanchez, Lawrence, Zuma and Bremer in that back 4. Valverde and Gabaman, the captain in the midfield too. It's Townsend and Gordon on the wings, and Larson in behind, Mohamed Kudus. Slightly rotated Everton side, but still a pretty strong side as they look to get to the Carabao Cup semi-finals. That's a poor one from Max. Not at all the way I wanted it to go. Ball into the middle. And they've taken it down well. And Kudus is played in. And Lacroix makes a big challenge, but it's not enough. Kudus. Ball to the far post. There's no one there. Free header for Anthony Gordon, who should be getting something on target there, but he doesn't do. And that's poor from Everton. Jesus. Palmer. Dusan Vlahovic with a scorpion kick, which nearly goes in. Palmer back out to Jesus. Into Parisis with a chance, and the youngster sends it a good mile over the bar there. Got Aarons and Palmer on him. He's away from both. Back to Townsend. In behind, and Lacroix tidies that one up. Parisis. Jesus. Dusan Vlahovic. Foden makes a run. Oh, he's away. Here, Phil Foden. Foden with a chance. And Jesus just walks into the back of the net. But he's offside. He's Gabriel Jesus. No surprises there. Palmer. Still Cole. Into Foden. Away from the fullback. Foden. Palmer on his weaker right foot. Saved by Mene. And Everton clear it away. Lacroix can't intercept. Gordon pulls it back. Kudus! Oh, he's scoring there, Mohamed Kudus. And 1-0 down, we find ourselves just before the half-time whistle. Howard-Bellis caught in two minds of what to do there. I could see Larson stood there. Come across to him. Pulls it back to Kudus, who puts it in the top corner. 1-0 down. Gavin Bazunu not going to get anywhere near that one. That's poor defending, really. 3 at the back as well. We should have had a goal, really. I think De Bruyne for Paris, this would be a good change. They could get a second one here. What a goal from Kudus. 2-0 Everton at half-time. That is a ridiculously good finish from the midfielder. Playing at striker today. He's played in here by Valverde, in behind Jimenez. Howard Bellis doesn't get a cross, and then Bazunu's got to be disappointed with himself there. 1-0 down at half-time is bad enough, but 2-0, a double from Kudus, could sink us out of the Carabao Cup here at the quarter-final stage. Everton in again here, and Jimenez wins it back. That helped out by his fellow defenders, Jimenez. Defended on his own a little bit. Palmer. Max Aarons. Aarons, good ball. Vlahovic. Vlahovic! Oh, it's across the box and wide. Lacroix, brilliant. Brilliant challenge from Lacroix. And then the referee pulls it back for another free kick. It does mean Kevin De Bruyne can get on now. Return to the side for KDB. Important return to the side because he's coming on in a game where we need him to show a bit of magic. And that's a lot of pressure on De Bruyne. He's hardly played any football this season. Larson. What a goal. 3-0. Well, that's us out of the Carabao Cup, isn't it? Larson steps up. Bazunu should do so much better there. He's had a calamitous game, the Irish international. 3-0. Into Palmer. Palmer, brilliant. Palmer. Oh, it's blocked away. Oh, well done, Palmer. Jesus with a shot, blocked away. De Bruyne in there. Foden with a shot. Vlahovic on the volley. Should score, Dusan. Should score. City fans have gone home. I can see the empty seats. Palmer's going to come off for Raheem Sterling. We've got to score 3 goals in about 20 minutes here, which is a difficult task. We're going to go for it. Why not? Townsend. Well, it's 4-0. What is the defence there? So lacklustre defence. Just no aggression. Larson gets another one. We're not coming back from 4-0 down. Cross comes in. Howard Bellis just watches him run off him. Aarons is trying to clear it off the line again. Bazunu can't do much about that one, but Aaron's own goal. That's tell Howard Bellis all over. He's not good enough, is he, Howard Bellis? At all. Sterling. Well played. Given away. Everton have tore us apart here. Absolutely tore us apart. Howard Bellis is in there. Jimenez. Oh, what's going on here? Chance. Lacroix. Penalty. It's a red card for Lacroix. It's a yellow card. He gets lucky. Could be 5-0 to Everton. Destroyed. Destroyed by this Everton side. Townsend steps up and gets a penalty. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. 5-0 down. We're going out the Carabao Cup at the quarter-final stage, similar to, I think, last season. Isak. Foden. Vlahovic. Down in the box, referee. No penalty again. Well, they've made some nasty challenges today, Everton. And got away with pretty much all of them. Foden. Still Foden. Look to get one into Kevin De Bruyne. It's Phil Foden, who's trying for his team. And Vlahovic works into Raheem. Sterling with a chance, and Sterling off the crossbar. And it's a brilliant finish from Raheem. But 5-1. We're still going out here at the quarter-final stage, and Sterling celebrating like this is embarrassing when you've just scored a consolation goal. 5-1. 89th minute goal from Raheem Sterling. Been a strange refereeing performance for fouls like that. Sims with a chance, and Sims makes it 6-1. Wow. But I'll tell you what, Howard Bellis, Lacroix and Jimenez are never playing together again. Howard Bellis and anyone, really. I think he's been shocking. He's not a game changer anymore, is he, De Bruyne, at the moment? He's been shocking. That's full-time. A 6-1 defeat to open the episode against Everton at home in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. I don't know what to say, but that is a shocking performance, and we cannot afford to see a performance ever like that again this season if we're going to win anything. So 10 points clear at the top of the Premier League table of Manchester United, and the side we face today is Manchester United in the Manchester Derby. We can't perform like we just did against Everton. A 6-1 defeat in the Cup. That was humiliating. I think it really, really told us which players are ready, which players are really not ready for the first team. Paris is nowhere near. A young man who looks like he's a long way off his development of getting to the Manchester City first team. Taylor Howard-Bellis nowhere near either. Maxence Lacroix, I don't know. We don't seem to work well with him at the back. Jimenez is a different story. We have upped the difficulty though, so we know it's going to be more difficult. And it's going to be a difficult game today at the Etihad against Manchester United. So this is the side we're going to go with against Manchester United today. Ederson starts in goal. It's Cancelo, captain Diaz, Pau Torres and Wilson-Esbrand back in that back four. Back to the back four and back with our strongest defenders, I believe, with Rodri in front. It's Grealish on the left, Foden on the right, and James McAtee, after that ridiculously good performance against Arsenal, he starts again today. No Palmer and no Kaiki, not even in the squad. McAtee gets the nod due to that performance against Arsenal. Up top, it's Raheem Sterling and Alexander Isak. On the bench, Dusan Vlahovic, Jesus De Bruyne back, building up his sharpness. Didn't really make an impact against Everton at all. Calvin Phillips, Tierney, Jimenez and Bazunu. So Derby Day at the Etihad Stadium. City versus United. First versus second. 10 points in it. Can Manchester United get just a little bit closer to us? Of course, we'd still be a mile ahead, wouldn't we, if we were to lose today? But it doesn't mean it's about the points. To us, it's about the Manchester Derby. It's about beating Manchester United against one of our, and probably our biggest rival. Well, the atmosphere is rocking at Etihad Stadium. The tensions are high. This is the Manchester United side. Odero starts in goal. It's Carvajal, Varane, Romagnoli and Luke Shaw in that back four. Casemiro partners Marcus Rashford in the midfield too. And it's Fred, Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho in behind En-Nesyri up top. For them, David De Gea, Serginho Dest, Cristiano Ronaldo, Luis Alberto, Ethan Ladd, Jesse Lingard and Daniel Marlin on the bench for this Manchester United side. Massive, massive game between the two best sides in the Premier League, as the table shows at the moment. One significantly better than the other, but can that all change today? Manchester City versus United, Derby Day, and it's live from the Etihad Stadium. And what a game this could be. The last game of the Etihad, it ended in a 6-1 defeat against Everton for us in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. I'm not sure what sort of performance that was. We can't be anything like that today. I'm going to make sure we're not. Josh Wilson-Esbrand there was bombing back anyway. Pau Torres making that tackle. Here's Raheem Sterling. Oh, brilliant from Sterling. Here's Esbrand. Esbrand into James McAtee with a chance, and maybe he should score. David Gea with a save. Gashado thinks that's a massive chance in the derby. Rodri. James McAtee. Here's Grealish. Sterling. Isak. Bit of pace from Isak. Oh, great ball from Isak. Grealish into Alexander Isak. 1-0 Manchester City. It's Isak again, and Grealish with this assist this time. Something we saw regularly last season. Grealish to Isak, Manchester City goal. And it's happened again here at the Etihad. Great work from Isak. Works it wide to Grealish. He's our best player, best striker anyway by far, Alexander Isak. And he scores the goal, the Swede, to make it 1-0 City. That is goal number 14 and 17 now, Isak. He's getting up to standard. He's getting up back to his usual self, which is good to see. We've got a shot. Bruno. En-Nesyri. Oh, great little bit of skill there by En-Nesyri. And Josh Wilson-Esbrand has just made an absolutely ridiculous challenge. Isak. Here's Phil Foden. Foden is quicker than Luke Shaw, I can tell you that. Foden. Oh, Odero saves. Foden on the rebound. And it's 2-0 City. Well, why couldn't we play like this in the Everton game? I suppose the side was nowhere near as strong as this. Nowhere near as strong as this. Great work from Foden. Works well off that right-hand side or through the middle. Preferring than on the left-hand side, really. Goes through here. Luke Shaw. I mean, he's just so quick, Phil Foden. There's no catching him. And the first shot is a good save, but United's defenders have got to get out to Foden, haven't they? A lot quicker there. Luke Shaw on his heels. 2-0 Manchester City in the derby. We are rocking it in the Premier League. We're absolutely rocking it in the Premier League. No one can get anywhere near us. Fernandes. Casemiro. Well done, James McAtee. McAtee. Brilliant ball into Sterling here. Here's Raheem Sterling. He's got to pass it, which he does, to Alexander Isak. And Isak makes it 3-0. He is back. He is back. He so is back, isn't he? Just scoring for fun now, Alexander Isak. Manchester City 3, Manchester United 0, and it's not even half time. Well, we tear United apart, they'll get torn apart by Everton. It just doesn't make sense sometimes, does it? 3-0 at 44th minute. That's United going home. Cancelo misses tackle. Sancho still. Sancho, brilliant skill. End the series offside. Good football from Manchester United. End the series offside. Full-time whistle blown. Half-time we're going 3-0 up. Looking for a clean sheet. Now, being solid defensively. But what a performance that is. Sterling. That's brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. Cancelo into Phil Foden. That lacked a bit of pace in the pass from Joao Cancelo, but that would have been an absolutely class goal if we'd scored that. Isak. Cancelo. Oh, what a ball. Oh, and Alexander Isak tries it. Acrobatic volley. Maybe could have took a touch there. Into De Bruyne. Last 2 or 3 challenges is KDB. Then he goes into Phil Foden. He's got the foot race with Luke Shaw, which he's won again. And Foden. Vlahovic with a right foot volley and a good save by Odero. Into De Bruyne. Vlahovic. How's your passing, Dusan? Brilliant. Cancelo. Cancelo ruins everything with his passing, and that's not the usual Joao Cancelo we know. But he has ruined everything today with his passing. Sancho again. And that is full time. A 3-0 win in the Manchester derby. Josh Wilson-Esbrand was absolutely incredible at left back today. Absolutely incredible. And there he is. He's man of the match to me, Esbrand. He is man of the match today in this Manchester derby. He's been fantastic. United just couldn't stop him at that left-hand side. So solid, so good going forward. And a win for us, 3-0. Isak with a double, Phil Foden with a goal as well. And that is massive in the league table. I think it pushes us even closer to the title so early on. Well, good news on the injury front. Jude Bellingham is going to be back in the training sessions now. He is returned from that 3-month injury and hopefully back to his best. He was good for us, wasn't he, those few games? It's such a shame he got injured so early in his Manchester City career. But I've got big high hopes for him. On the next game, we won't see him, but we could have done with him really, a little box-to-box midfielder. It's Manchester City versus Liverpool. Third place Liverpool. We're now 11 points clear of second place Leicester City. Liverpool on 36 points. We're a mile clear of them and Manchester United. A win here, I mean, we're relentless, aren't we? We just don't stop, and we could be so many points ahead so soon. I mean, even at the 1st of January, which is what we are now, the 1st of January today, the transfer window has just opened. That is really big for us. It really is big. We could win the league in, what would we say? We could win the league by the end of February, possibly. I really think we could. So a few changes after this game. It's 2 days after the United game, so a couple of tired legs as you'd expect. Edison starts in goal. It's Aarons, Diaz, Torres and Tierney in the back. 4, Phillips, Palmer, Foden and Grealish and that midfield 4. And then it is Raheem Sterling and Alexander Isak up top on the bench. Vlahovic, Jesus, Kayiki, De Bruyne, Cancelo, Jimenez and Bazunu. Esbrand misses out, so is Lacroix. Bellingham still not back. McAtee, it's a shame he misses out today, along with Rodri, who's a big player for us, but just not quite fit enough to play in today's game. So, Premier League action, and we welcome another side to the Etihad, another big team, another one of our rivals. We've just beat United 3-0, now we welcome Liverpool. Can we do the win over them as well? A win against Liverpool will pretty much, I think, confirm as Premier League winners. I can't see us slipping up if we get a win here, another 3 points. We'll just be so far ahead of the sides around us. There'll be no one who's left to catch us. Possibly Leicester City. I just don't see that happening. This is the Liverpool side for Jurgen Klopp. Alisson starts in goal, back 4 of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Sven Botman, Virgil van Dijk and in Stupinian is Rakic, Pedri and Koke, the captain in the midfield 3, and then Mo Salah, Sadio Mane and Lautaro Martinez up top on the bench. Jota, Robertson, Mayoral, Tomiskas, Origi and Curtis Jones. Very good Liverpool side. Players, actually, they've got a decent defender now in Botman alongside Van Dijk and not, a midfielder or something like that. So Manchester City versus Liverpool, a big game this for both sides, I think. Liverpool more so because I think they know if they lose this today, we will be confirmed champions in the end of the season, or come before the end of the season, come May or so. Manchester City versus Liverpool. Liverpool get a corner straight away at the start of this game. Grealish. Sterling in behind to Alexander Isak. He's got pulled back there, Isak into Phil Foden, 1-0 Manchester City. Within 5 minutes we lead Liverpool. They're the easiest team to play in this game. I genuinely believe Liverpool are one of the easiest teams to play on this game. I know we've upped the difficulty now with the sliders, so it should be harder. But Liverpool, they just do this ridiculous press. And it's so easy to get in behind, and once you do, you're in and you score. And yes, you can make mistakes trying to play out from the back against them. Well, there you are, Phil Foden with the goal, Isak with the assist. And Manchester City lead by 1-0. That's Phil Foden 6 in 17 games so far. Maybe getting to double figures this season again, which I hope he can do. Aaron's with him, and he gives it away to Cole Palmer. Route 1 into Isak. Max Aarons. Foot race with Virgil van Dijk. And he'll beat Virgil van Dijk, will he, Aarons? And Aarons into Phil Foden. And Phil Foden with a shot. Oh, maybe that was greedy. Maybe it was a pass to Sterling there. And Motm intercepts. Well, this is a good game. Two top sides. Mane. Mane. What a tackle Diaz. What a tackle Diaz in the box. Could have easily been a penalty. Here's Salah. Ball behind to Lautaro. Lautaro. Well done, Diaz. Lautaro unselfishly tries to pass that. Pau Torres. What a ball. Look at Foden. Sterling into Foden with a chance. And his foot's just a millimetre away from it. From planting it in the back of the net. Mady Kamara's joined Newcastle from Frankfurt for 35.6 million. Useless information when I've just seen Phil Foden miss a glorious chance to put us 2-0 up. Rakic. He's trying the long ball against us. Mo Salah's in here. Goes across to Mane. Mane back into chance for Liverpool. Pedri should score. Saved by Ederson. Oh, into Foden. Brilliant. Into Max Aarons. And Van Dijk's got 2 to mark here. And Estupiñán's trying to keep up. And Max Aarons doing his best. Joao Cancelo impression as he goes for goal. And it's just wide past the post from Max Aarons. Could be 2 or 3-0 up here against Liverpool. I think we'll rue these mistakes. I really do think we'll regret this. Half-time 1-0 we lead the side from Anfield. But Jurgen Klopp, I don't think he's going to be too unhappy because it's only 1-0. It could easily be 3 or 4 here. I've not seen it yet. And Kaiki stands out to me as someone that might be just a little bit better. Great ball. Mane. Past Aaron, Sadio Mane! Good save from Ederson. World-class goalkeeping there. Aaron's, that's not so good though, is it? Max, what have you done? Pedri. Oh, Pau Torres. That's why you spend the big money on a centre-back. Brilliant from Pau. Relation to Sterling again. This is end-to-end counter-attacking football. It's Sven Botman intercepts. The heavy touch from Raheem Sterling. And here's Lautaro Martinez. You can't afford to stand off. And Pau Torres gets the touch in. Sadio Mane with a chance. And Ederson with a save. And Tierney up and underneath it. And Sterling down to Isak. And oh, this is a chance here. Sterling against Botman. Sterling, brilliant. Sterling. What a shocking pass from Sterling. Oh, Raheem. People like this. Chance here. Rakic. Oh, what a shocking goal to concede. Phil Foden for Kevin De Bruyne. It seems like the change. That's a real frustrating goal to concede, however. Rakic with it. Let's see this again. I feel Ederson should do better there. I really feel like Ederson should do better. Foden's off. De Bruyne is on. We've missed KDB. We haven't capitalised on chances today. Aarons. Isak. De Bruyne. Into Grealish! Oh, what a goal from Jack Grealish. Assisted by Kevin De Bruyne. 2-1 Manchester City. We're back in front. He scored, 2 important goals against Arsenal the other day. And he's back doing it again. Great finish from Grealish across Alisson. Into that top corner or side netting. He's off balance, but he hits it with power. And it's the power and the pace that ball arrives in the goal that beats Alisson. Guachado celebrates. The fans celebrate. We're 2-0 up against Liverpool here now. With a lead to hang on to. Grealish, what a ball. Here's the Brazilian Kaiki. Kaiki to Raheem Sterling to 3-1 Manchester City. The roof has come off the Etihad here. The fans are going mad. That is the Premier League title, surely, in January coming to the Etihad. In January. We have blitzed it in the Premier League. We've absolutely blitzed it in the Premier League. Kaiki goes through after a wonderful pass from Grealish and then he just lays it off to Raheem Sterling as Alisson comes out to him. Sterling runs away celebrating. Goal number 6 of the season for Sterling, nowhere near as prolific as last season. Ballon d'Or winner at one point. Oh, brilliant football from us as we look for another counter. Referee blows a full-time whistle. Manchester City 3, Liverpool 1. What a performance again. Kaiki come on and make a difference. Jimenez come on and, you know, start the game at the back. Gashado can't be any more happy with his side. He really can't be, because we've been incredible. Yes, we've had some blips. Yes, we've lost 6-1 to Everton, which was strange in the Cup. But when we get that first team out there, or the second team, you know, with some of the better players in there, we really do perform. And we perform to such a level that no one can catch us. No one is anywhere near us. And for our final game of today's episode, we go away to Wolverhampton Wanderers, a side that got top goal scorer Adama Traore in 8th position there with 9 goals. We are actually got the top goal scorer for the first time ever, it seems, which is Alexander Isak with 15 goals, sorry. Like I said, we're top with 52 points. I mean, Liverpool, Leicester, Villa, United have played 21 games. I mean, 39 points, 38 points they're on. We're on 52 after 20 games. So a win here today. The title's over, isn't it? The title feels over already. I've never had this in career mode before, but we're honestly that good. It feels like the title is just over. So this is the side for Wolves today. A couple of changes. Edison starts and goal. It's Cancelo, Jimenez and Torres at the back with Josh Wilson-Esbrand. Jimenez will come in for Ruben Dias. He'll get a rest today. We'll give him a bit of a rest. In the midfield, it's Rodri. Then we've got Foden, Kevin De Bruyne back in there for his first start, the captain. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not, actually. We'll put him on the bench just in case. Maybe not. McAtee will start there instead. Jack Grealish on the left-hand side, and then Jesus and Isak are the team up top. The captain will be, I think, Phil Foden is our captain there. On the bench, we've got Dusan Vlahovic, Raheem Sterling, Kaiki, Kevin De Bruyne, Ruben Dias and Bazuni. But an interesting one is this man, Francisco Gutierrez, a man who's come through our youth system. I mean, look at those stats. This is a young man who is, what is he, 20 years of age now. He has 76 pace, 73 shooting, 79 passing, 82 dribbling. He's an all-rounder in a way. He's back from his loan. He was on a 2-year loan at Getafe in Spain. He's back. We're looking to loan him out again. But we have had a couple of midfield issues, haven't we? And Bellingham's still not back and so on. So I was thinking, why not? Ewan Hansen is also back from a loan. He's another one of our young youth players who we signed, actually. He was a signing. Gutierrez was found by our youth system, came through our youth team, been on loan a lot. He's 79 rated, so he's definitely one that's going to get into the first team at some point. So I put him on the bench today just because of the midfield issues. Possibly, we might see him make an appearance. So here at Molineux, Manchester City versus Wolves. Wolves in 8th position in the league, it's not doing too badly. We are the high flyers of the Premier League this season. And out marches our captain Phil Foden, come through our youth team, and out marches their captain, also through the youth team, Max Kilman. That is something really good to see in the Premier League. So this is the Wolves side today. Meslier starts and goal. It's a back five of Johnny, Max Kilman, Shaletta Sarr, Branthwaite and Ait Nuri. Midfield 2 of Fran Beltran and Morgan Gibbs-White. Then it's Kazadic, Pavon and Adama Traore, their top goal scorer. Up front on the bench, Alex Telles, Barrow, Broadbeat, Vinagre, Cunha and Capagna. And Morgan Gibbs-White had an absolute stormer against us last time he played against us for Wolves last season, didn't he? So he's one to keep an eye on. Manchester City versus Wolves. It's live from Molineux. Foden on the turn. Cancelo lays it off. Grealish with a hit. Oh, on the left foot of Jack Grealish. Looks to put it into that bottom corner. And Pau Torres with a foot in. It's a penalty. Over the ball comes Pau. I could see that from a mile off when he did it. He should have done it like that. He's better than that. And he gives away a penalty. There's a chance for Christian Pavon here, Argentinian, to step up. And Christian Pavon, it's saved by Edison. Wonderful save. Into McAtee. A little back heel into Isak. Back out to Grealish. Isak once more. Cancelo. Foden. Cancelo. Back to Grealish with a hit. Saved by Meslier. McAtee. Jesus is Josh Wilson-Esbrand with pace. Esbrand. Foden arriving. Nodded away. Where's Rodri when you need him? Pau Torres is the one stepping up there, which I'm not too happy with, Rodri. Cancelo, he's got to be careful. I would have slid there, but he's on a yellow card already. And here's Gibbs-White. And he spun Jimenez into Adama. And Adama pulls it back brilliantly, and Pau Torres with a fantastic block there to stop Pavon putting that one in. Back. You find Jack Grealish, you create a chance because Grealish can play a pass like that. Great pass to Gabriel Jesus. Jesus! What a finish from Jesus. That's a wonderful assist from Grealish as well. I knew as soon as I got that into Grealish there, Jesus just off that left-hand side, that Grealish would have the quality to find him, which he does do. And Jesus puts it in the back of the net. Brilliant from Gabriel Jesus and Jack Grealish. And 1-0 we lead Wolves right at the start of the second half as well. That's a really nice finish from Jesus, who scored quite a few goals this season. He's 8 and 15 now. The striker situation he's started for what feels like a long time, really. We've got a 24-year-old in Vlahovic, a 25-year-old in Isak, a 27-year-old in Gabriel Jesus, and a 30-year-old in Raheem Sterling. Into Phil Foden. And Phil Foden with a hit. And did it block someone? Did it hit someone? No. Straight over the bar from Phil, but he tried that. Master of a pass at fullback, really. Gutierrez, wide to Esbrand. Gutierrez down to Alexander Isak, who finishes the game off. Gutierrez with an assist. I mean, more, it was down to Esbrand, who clips it into him. But he laid it off to Isak, who finished that. I didn't bank on Gutierrez finishing that, really. He's not a finisher like Alexander Isak. And Isak really is a finisher. And when this dropped for him, see, it's good crossing, by the way, by Esbrand. He hits this in the top corner. Really hits in the top corner. We'll make one final substitution. It's going to be Kaiki for Phil Foden. Get Kaiki on for the last few minutes ahead of Vlahovic or Raheem Sterling. Give them a rest today. Those two will be the partner in the next game, I think. Jesus pressing, Isak pressing. Great work from Shaletta Sarr. Rodri gets his toe on it. Jimenez, this time he's been beaten by Adama. First time in the game. Esbrand and Joao Cancelo underneath it. Looking for that clean sheet of these at the back. Pau Torres. Chance, Adama Traore scores. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? All that hard work and we lose a clean sheet. Never seem to get one. Never seem to get one. Good ball in behind here. Jimenez has got to get across there, really. Player of his quality. He's got to get across and block that cross. 10th goal this season for Adama Traore. Final kick of the game. And that is full time. Manchester City 2, Wolves 1. Another win. And we continue to just ascend into the best team in Premier League history. Further and further away from all the other teams. We're just that good and they are just that bad. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And we'll see you guys next time.